We are celebrating Sean's birthday weekend by going to Esperanto. It's one of his favorite places in the East Village.
Oh, East Side, baby.
Yeah.
You know it. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Right on. Have a good day.
You too. One other sad thing is that the giant willow that used to be in that park behind us is now gone. It's very sad. Sad day. This is not going to go on Facebook. It's going to go to a non-advertising oriented platform based on cryptocurrency and delegated proof of stake. Irony.
So we learned why the tree was killed. It's because it was rotting, became dangerous. So now it's also after these pictures of the tree. It's very sad. Everyone was sad. They mourned. Apparently it was also a very long time ago and we just haven't been in this area in a while. R.I.P. tree. R.I.P.
So seeing that tree made me think of how much things change in New York specifically. If you spend even a couple months away from a neighborhood, you can come back and then some things that you thought would just be there forever are just gone. I think this park, Tompkins Square, is a really interesting example of how things have changed in a pretty short amount of time. So this park and this whole neighborhood actually used to be really bad in the 80s and 90s. I know a guy who lived just over there in those buildings, and he said the cabs wouldn't go past First Avenue. He would ask to take them here, and they would just drop them off at First, and he'd have to walk 3 blocks. I had another friend who lived in some squats, some buildings that were condemned back in the day, in the 90s. And whenever you would walk through the park, he said he would have to take a baseball bat that had nails through it just to walk through the park, because that way people would know not to mess with you. And granted, he lived in a squat, so like his experience of the city, of this area, might have been a little bit more extreme. But and now it's just, you know, a bunch of rich people live in the East Village, and it's a pretty nice park. You still get a lot of weirdos, good weirdos, but you still get a lot of weirdos here, which is nice. It's better than like Union Square and Washington Square, where it's just surrounded by Bank of Americas and Dunkin' Donuts.
Still a lot of weirdos there though.
Still a lot of weirdos, but I don't know, it's not quite the same as here. Things change, and I think New York is, if you want to learn how to be okay with change, big cities, I think, are a good way to do that. Cities like New York, where it's old enough to where you might have a store that's been around for 80 years, but then in 6 months that's gone, or the place that you find on the corner one day may only exist for 6 months, because it's hard to have a restaurant in the city.
Shit does change a lot here. I didn't really get here until it had already changed significantly, so I've only heard the stories of how dangerous and scary it was. But yeah, I went to New York and it was safe, and nothing bad really happened to you. Nothing bad's really happened to me. I heard about the crazy 80s and 90s and all that, but this is what the park has always kind of been to me. I mean, I remember it's a little bit sketchier at night, but that's about it at this point. Yeah, that water fountain's not gonna work. It's the middle of the winter. They don't have the water fountain on in the middle of the winter.
There's a fucking Starbucks on this corner now. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I say change. This is 8th Street. This is St. Mark's. That used to be an adorable little coffee shop. I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but it was an adorable little coffee shop, and now it's a Starbucks. Which, don't get me wrong, Starbucks is fine, but it's not an adorable little coffee shop.
We gotta go in the sock man, because it's weird. Let's go. Let's go in the sock man. Time for new socks. Toes.
Welcome to the Sock Man. Come down to 99 St. Mark's Place for the best socks in the world.
Speaking of change, yeah, they used to be on St. Mark's, but in like between like 2nd and 3rd Avenue, which like, you know, it's never really been that great of a part of St. Mark's, especially now though. Like he was saying, it's just all like bong shops, and like fast food joints, and I don't know, it's just shitty. But like, to his point, I guess there's less foot traffic over here, and I guess for a store that just sells socks, like you kind of need as many people as you can get. But it's gonna be much happier down here longer term, because it's just like you don't walk out your door and feel like you're just in like, I don't know. You're gonna like the smell. So this is the part of St. Mark's that we were talking about earlier as not being as interesting. You'll see in a second why, but as you can see on the corner here, we have back of the place a shut down ice cream or gelato store, and on the other side a cheap hats, sunglasses, kitschy t-shirts, and magazine store. And then as we walk here on the left, you'll see a bunch of head shops and other assorted items.
Wow, this side of the street's just kind of dead now.
I mean, it's dead because like all of this real estate now is like twice as much, but if you really look around, you're like, who the fuck would want to come here anyways?
It's free fucking ice cream. We're getting the free ice cream.
Free ice cream, free Ben and Jerry's.
Cookies?
What? What is happening?
Enjoy, guys.
Wow.
Milk and cookies for you, sir?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You got it.
You want a splitsies?
No, I want my own.
Oh, okay.
Come on, it's free ice cream.
I'm an
gets
individual
her
human
own.
being.
Milk and cookies.
Thank you.
You got it.
My ice cream. You thought we had to pay for it. You know what? Because it's New York, you have to pay for fucking everything. We didn't have to pay for this. We just had to be lucky and walk by it. Thank you, Ben and Jerry's.
I mean, a few stores have changed here and there. The biggest difference is at night, you basically barricade off most of Union Square now. It sucks. It used to be at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. you could come down here and still find people just hanging out on the steps. But most of the big parks in the city now, they don't do that after all the Occupy Wall Street stuff. So they don't want people like... That was basically their excuse to start, you know, cordoning them off at night.
Still a lot of skateboarders.
Still plenty of crazy people.
We're going into the basic bitch store, Anthropology, because we are basic bitches and we like candles. I don't like that. I don't like that one. Ooh, it's really nice.
It is very nice.
This one? You just ran into the candle. It's nice. It smells like laundry.
Oh, it does. That's what it smells like. Nothing.
Apparently this is how you smell candles. I need you to spell that. That's very strong.
On that note, we're just gonna call it a trip and go back home and take a nap.
Nap time.
Nap time with candles.
We got lots of candles. We got 4 candles.
4 candles.
It's a lot of candles, just saying.
Yeah.
Candle people.
All right. Bye.
Bye.